There's probably a reason why you haven't heard of these stories, but that doesn't mean they aren't interesting. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and this is The Dispatch, where we bring you the internet's weirdest and coolest news stories. This week, we have a homemade laser bazooka, finding love in silicone, and dinosaurs in space.
How'd you do this? I'll show you.
Number 3, DIY death ray.
Then you have a laser gun. Okay, let's get to the killing.
Wait, what?
If you're into YouTube these days, duh, of course you are,
What was it?
YouTube?
Exactly.
you'll know the DIY trend is very popular.
Do you like to do it yourself?
Whether it's for cool crafts, homemade gifts, or death lasers, there's no limit to what a few pieces of scrap metal and an old computer hardware can do.
I just finished building my most terrifying device yet.
Such was the thinking of DIY enthusiast StyroPyro when he built a 200-watt laser gun using spare parts, projector electronics, and lithium batteries. The YouTube inventor, whose channel features other laser-inspired inventions like lava lamps and tasers, claims his laser bazooka is 33 million times more intense than staring at the sun.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
While we can't back up the science on that statistic, we can say this homemade death ray is certifiably badass. Number 2. When Dino Mars ruled the space. Okay, so that title may be a stretch, but perhaps not as big of a stretch as the claims by the tinfoil hat-wearing population of the internet this week. First, they thought they found a pyramid in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. If you ask us, that looks like a mountain or maybe an inactive subaquatic volcano. It even has more pyramids surrounding it. But the creme de la creme has to be the bold claims that a dinosaur skull was found on Mars. Granted, this evidence is standing on a much more solid base than the underwater Google Earth bumps, but it's still pretty weak. Just as a piece of toast can look like Jesus, a Martian rock can resemble a dino skull. However, a real-life Marsosaurus Rex would probably be as certifiably badass as the DIY death ray. I wonder if the space dinos got Marsosaurus wrecked by a meteor like our dinosaurs here on Earth. Number 1. Silicone Seductress.
Hello?
Hi.
The saying goes, the third time's the charm, and when that doesn't do it, time to get a sex doll. Or at least that's what Murray is saying after falling in love with Noni. Noni is a stunning, plastic blonde who's clearly got more to offer than divorce papers, unlike his 3 previous sentient wives. Murray, of Queensland, Australia, says he's forged a deep emotional connection with the silicone vixen, adding to their already fiery sexual bond.
Stay on the scene, get on up like a sex machine.
Quote, depending on what wig the doll will put on, depending on what clothes she's wearing, will depend on the type of sex we have. Now that sounds like a solid bond, but would Murray still feel that fiery passion if he saw the PVC skeleton on which these dolls are built? A recent independent documentary exploring the Real Doll Sex Doll Factory in Los Angeles, California, provides some all too real insights into how these dolls are produced. But heck, if it keeps Murray happy, what's the harm? Well, at least until Noni puts on her divorce paper signing wig and negligee.
Hey, she looks alright.
So, are space dinosaurs responsible for building the underwater pyramid here on Earth?
What would happen if they were hostile?
And for your bi-weekly dispatch of offbeat news stories and top 10 lists published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
As if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
This is definitely my new favorite toy.